everybody, Jody here from Food Storage Made Easy. Today we are going to be talking about day 3 and day 4 of the 7-day challenge. I didn't come on yesterday. It was a little bit of a crazy day around my house. Okay, I can't see myself and see comments at the same time. I don't know why it does that. Oh, now we can. Okay, we're good. Okay, so yesterday was a little crazy at my house, so we didn't get the live yesterday, but I did want to cover some things today from yesterday. So yesterday, day 3 was natural disaster. So sometimes I'll say it's hurricane, and then people will say, we don't have hurricanes in our area. So I kind of made a joke, and it was like, pick whatever natural disaster is in your area, and we're going to live through it today. So hopefully you did that. A lot of people were saying what they were, and I kind of wanted you to go through, like, your area, what is going to be a potential disaster. And where I am now, hurricanes are kind of legit, whereas before in Utah, not a thing. But earthquakes were a thing there. So a little bit different preparation depending on what kind of disasters are in your area. So we had no power, we had no water, and because I have this lovely gas stove, every year, someone will say, well, my stove's gas, so I can go ahead and still use my stove. But we want to practice powerless cooking, because what if you have to evacuate, or what if your gas line's broken and you're depending on the gas? So I said no gas also. So I'm going to show you a little bit. I had some questions. So a few people asked this on Instagram. I don't know if you follow my Instagram. It's Jody, Jodi _ Food Storage Made Easy. And I've been posting a few of the things there, and had some questions about stuff I used yesterday. So I want to go over those real quick first, and then we'll talk about day 4. So for water, this is my go-to. I do have 55 or gallon barrels in my garage set up in a tower, but we haven't connected them to fill them since we moved into our new house. It's been 6 months. It's just one of those things that's probably going to be a full day project. So I have a ton of these in my garage. They're okay if they freeze. The plastic's really sturdy. And I like, so they can have a regular lid or they can have this spigot lid. So these are called water bricks. They can stack on top of each other. And then you just have this turned this way and you turn it on and off. I just leave it by my sink, and it's basically like having a running faucet all the time. So I love those. And I like that it's 3.5 gallons, so it's quite a bit of water, but it's not too heavy. Water is 8 pounds a gallon. So if you have a 5-gallon container, it's 40 pounds. That's a consideration. Like if you're having to haul it from your garage or haul it from your basement, something to think about. So that's kind of where I'm at for water. It's always good to have different types of water on different floors of your house, different kinds of containers. You can reuse soda bottles, juice containers. Just milk is not a good container. They will leak eventually. So then for powerless cooking, I did some stuff on my butane stove. If you guys watch me at all, I'm sure you've seen me use this a million times. This is really a go-to. I did it upside down because I'm awesome. This is my go-to because it's super easy, super lightweight. The fuel cans last forever, and you cook on it just like a stove. So this is what the fuel canisters look like. And this is actually the giveaway for day 3. So if you participated in day 3 and commented on the post in my group, then you can be entered to win. So I'll put a link to the group. There's a lot of good discussion going on in there. So I use my butane stove all the time. So yesterday I planned to make these meatballs. I was going to use my sun oven, and it was so sunny at like noon, and then by the time I was ready to start cooking, it was cloudy, and I was not very positive that it was going to get hot enough. So I used, oh, I don't have it here, a tea light candle oven. I still have the tea lights. And I'll link to this. It's from a company called Titan Radio USA, but you put 20 of these candles in little trays, and it actually cooks indoors. It's safe to use. It was awesome. It took way longer. So my meatball recipe usually is cook at 425. I think that oven must cook at about 300 to 350. It took over an hour to cook the meatballs, but they did cook. And then I did like the sauce and the rice with my butane stove, and we totally had sweet and sour meatballs in a powerless emergency. it took a long time to cook. So in a real emergency, I probably would not do something so in depth, but it was already what I had planned. I had hamburger thought out and it was great. So the question people had the most about was my solar generators. So I'm going to talk about those a little bit. I do have a Humless. It is pretty old. I don't know if it's still under the name Humless. I think maybe they're Lion Energy now. And then Goal Zero has a big one too. So it's a big unit. I think it's like a 1500. And that's something that's big enough that can power like your freezer or fridge for a little bit of time. So the ones that I have that I use all the time are these smaller ones. So this is a cute little guy I got at an emergency fair. And it doesn't even have like a brand name. So I'm not really going to show you guys that because I don't even know where to get it. But I have one and I use it because I always keep them charged so that if the power goes down, I've got a couple of little units that are fully charged. But the one I use all the time that I got first is this little Goal Zero. It's a Yeti 150. So this has, I love the accessories that come with it too. So this is a little heavier than that other unit. I think it's older technology. It's probably gotten better. So it's this big. You can carry it around. You can plug in all kinds of things into here, USBs and regular plugs, whatever you want. And then you turn it on and it can also charge and light up a lantern. So I always will hang this and hang it like from my regular lights and it kind of illuminates my whole kitchen. And then we also have these awesome little lanterns. This one's probably, oh, it's still working. These hold charge forever. So this is cool because you can actually charge your phone in it, like charge a USB, and it also charges via USB from the unit. So we use these, we carry them around for during the emergency when we have to walk around the house. It also has flashy lights. It has all kinds of cool little things. I love this little unit. It's called the Lighthouse. So that is one of the main ones I use. Now, what I really have wanted to try to do is charge it with my solar panel. But as you can see, it's still in its box because I haven't really gotten quite brave enough to try that yet. But on the box, it says a 20 watt solar panel will charge this whole unit in 17 hours. But this is a 15 watt one, so it'll probably take longer than that. But if I needed to charge it and I charged it all day, I could maybe get like half a charge. So this little Yeti 150 can recharge a smartphone 15 times. So that means all 9 people in my family can get 1 charge per day. And then the favorite children can get a second charge. So that's how we'll do it, right? I'm just kidding. So then Goal Zero, now this is pretty old. I think their new ones, they have stronger ones. The small one is 200. I was just looking on the website. And then their bigger ones. So on my box, it says the Yeti 1250. So that would be comparable kind of to the Goal Zero that I have in the garage. So that one will even power a TV. So I was teasing my husband about yesterday because he likes to watch sports. And I said, well, if you can get our unit to charge or to power the TV, then you can watch TV, but we ended up not having time to experiment with that anyways. But the higher ones will power a TV. I did try doing my wheat grinder once and it worked for a second and then shut off. I think it just wasn't strong enough to run that kind of a machine. But that's why we do these emergency practices, because you can practice and see what it'll charge, and it doesn't matter if you waste the whole charge. You can plug it in and it'll be charged the next day. And then this one will charge a mini fridge for 20 plus hours. So if you have medicine, not this one, the big one will charge for 20 plus hours. If you have medicine that you need refrigerated, or if you just want to keep like fridge and freezer food good, you actually only need to have it plugged in like a little bit of time every few hours so that it stays cold, and then just leave the door shut. So I love these. I will link to these. I like having the little one. I also like having the big one, but the big ones are a lot more expensive. So if you can't afford to do that right away, you can start with the little one. I end up using the little one way more because it's portable, it's easy, you can carry it around, and usually all we really need is to plug in phones and laptops. Okay, so that is day 4. I hope you guys survived. We semi-survived. My kids have done this for a lot of years. We know how to do it, but it always feels different to actually have to do it. And so every single kid, but when it started to get dark, came upstairs and they're like, "It's power out." I'm like, "Yes, remember what's power out today?" Like they just, you know, they're goofy. Anyways, but they're so used to me doing crazy things that, you know, me pulling out like a stove and cooking it in the middle of the kitchen floor is nothing new to them. So, okay, so let's talk about day 4. Usually try to do like a harder day and then an easier day. So we wanted to do a bread baking adventure. So a lot of people are kind of new to the food storage world that may be participating. And so baking bread was something very, very foreign to me when I first started this. And I thought, like, you're storing hundreds of pounds of wheat, you have to know how to bake bread. And that was really overwhelming to me because I didn't even realize that wheat just turned into flour until my friend showed me her Wonder Mill. And that started a whole new world for me. That was like 13 years ago now. So we were supposed to make bread, some white bread, some wheat bread, and that was pretty much the task. So I started early this morning and I made this no-knead artisan loaf. So it just sits with like flour, yeast, and water and salt, I think, all day long. It rises and then you cook it really hot. Then I made my best whole wheat bread recipe. It is the best recipe. I did a half recipe and it made, enough for this loaf. Plus we made my Aunt Irene's favorite Aunt Irene biscuits, which has like a yummy Parmesan and herb crust on top. But you can see these look kind of like rocks because after I cooked everything and spent all day, when it was also my daughter's birthday dinner tonight, so I was like, cook, cake, everything all day, busy, church, everything. I realized like nothing was rising, and I was like, what the heck is wrong with my bread? And then I was like, I wonder how old my yeast is, and I looked. So I bought a bunch of these cans from Thrive because I was like, oh, they'll last forever, and they're in individual packets inside the can. It should make an awesome shelf life. But it still said like 4 years, best if used within 2 years of opening the can. And my can was manufactured in 2015. So it's a couple years over. Now, I had been using this for a while, but then we moved, then we were in the townhome and I didn't even have like my wheat grinder and my wash out. So I did not make bread for a long time. We're still getting settled here. So my fault, and I didn't even think about it because I've used these for so long and they always have worked for me. So I tested the yeast and it did not like bubble or anything in the water. So I was a little bit sad because nothing rose, and I was bragging about how delicious this homemade bread is, and it's like very, very dense. It actually is still delicious. My family snarfed up. So it made like 1 million of these biscuits, and they ate them all. They thought they were so good. I was like, just wait till you have them when they're fluffy. That was so sad. But the artisan loaf actually kind of did what it normally would. So I wonder if just having the extra time, or maybe because it was white flour in this one, and these were all wheat flour, that might have made a difference too. So maybe the gluten content, I don't know. I'm not a bread expert. I just share what I'm doing. So that's what I was doing today. So we got lots of bread. It is a little depressing because I am gluten-free, so I don't get to eat any of it. But I've seen a couple people posting in the group about making some gluten-free stuff, so maybe I will get some tips from you guys. So the last thing I want to do is show you, if you don't want to do your own homemade stuff, this is a bread mix. And so I'm going to do this for the giveaway. It's a Thrive Life Country White Dough Mix. I will be giving you a new can because I just looked at this and the shelf life is 3 years, and this was manufactured in 2016. So it already has the yeast inside, so we may have a problem, but it has been sealed. So I'm going to have to test it out moving. And also I just have renter in my basement, and so I wasn't rotating through my food storage because it was all downstairs, so I had to bug her every time that I needed to get into my storage. And so it just really reaffirmed to me the importance of rotating through all your stuff, because it's no fun to like finally go down there and realize so much stuff has gone, past expiration. Now, I still try to use a lot of it, and most of it's fine, but yeast, it was not very fun. And I know I have like SAF yeast in my freezer I could have used. I could store this in the freezer. I just didn't think I needed to because it's sealed in these packets, like in a can. I guess it just didn't even dawn on me. So that is where we were at today. Remember, tomorrow is a new emergency. So check your email in the morning to see what we're facing. You guys are doing amazing. It's been so fun to see all the interaction in the group and everyone posting their pictures. So make sure you're in the group. I'll put a link in the comments also. And make sure you leave your comments so that you're entered for the giveaway. So like I said, for day 3, it was a butane stove. For day 4, we're doing a country white dough. And if you want to get the emails every day, it's foodstoragemadeizy.net/7, the number 7 day. And so go there and get all the rest of the challenges. We still have 3 days left, but I promise they will not be too difficult. But we like to still keep you working and keep you thinking. So as long as you're learning something, then it's great. So do the best you can to actually live the scenarios, but life happens, soccer happens, work happens, so do the best you can. Adjust to meet your family's need if the scenario doesn't quite fit you, and follow along, play along, think about what you would do even if you're not actually doing the actions, but as much as you can, do the actions because you will learn something, you will see something that failed, you'll figure out your yeast is bad, I learn something every year. I think of something I need to do better or something I wish I had. So hope you guys keep joining me the rest of this week. And if you stay till the end, the last day, it's going to be a good one. So keep on it till day 7. So we got day 5 tomorrow. All right. We'll end for tonight, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow night. Probably be earlier evening because I got a hockey game tomorrow night. So we'll see. It'll either be before or after. Okay. Peace out.